I'm going to make an outrageous claim right now, okay? I think most entrepreneurs have literally given up, and I want you to hear me out. I'm not saying that people are quitting their business or anything like that. I think there's a level of comfortability that has seeped in with the AI revolution, meaning entrepreneurs now are using AI, whether it's Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, or whoever else, they are using it as a means to an end. They're using it for human judgment and emotion when AI cannot be human judgment or emotions. And here's how I know that's true. A couple of months ago, I got a message on LinkedIn. Actually, it was almost a year ago now, but we still going to go with a couple months. We're getting late into 2026, okay? Can't keep up with the times. But back in 2025, I got a message on LinkedIn. Okay, I'm a marketing consultant of 10 years. I've gotten my clients 31.9 million to date in collective revenue. I've worked with over 257 different businesses across real estate, finance, banks out in California, healthcare agencies, technology companies, education technology companies, all those wonderful things. And so they wanted to message me. It was a tech company that specializes in AI research, and they wanted me to come on and assist their team with evaluating AI and seeing the gaps in how it produces marketing content for finance, for e-commerce, for businesses in general. And they showed me this process, okay? There's this process that AI labs and AI companies are using to evaluate AI, because there's a huge differentiator. The people who are entrepreneurs, maybe under 5 years in business, and they're using AI, they're using it almost at a preschool level, which would make sense. It's a very elementary level versus some of these tech companies. They understand that AI has gaps and shortcomings. And so instead, they go through this process of scaffolding and finding out where AI is going to fail in their marketing strategy so that their business does not fail. Now, back to what I was saying, there's a level of comfortability that a lot of entrepreneurs here on Instagram have when it comes to AI. They think it is the end all be all. They think it is the brain. They think it is the top person. The chief marketing consultant does not need to be AI. Instead, AI is great as an accelerator. Once you already have a marketing specialist on your team, you can accelerate and amplify what you already have, but you do not want to go to AI to create new things. Now, I have something else I want to tell you. I was on a sales call the other day with a client, and she was talking about how she's a marketing agency and she mostly works with beauty brands, hair care brands, wellness companies, things of that nature. And she was talking about how she is getting ready to pivot. Right now, everybody's getting ready to pivot, or they're already in a pivot, because most of my clients just in the last year or so have all come to me and wanted to work with me in both an execution, copy capacity, so sales pages, email funnels, email sequences, business audits, but also a hybrid of business coaching and consulting is what it turns into, because I've been in so many product marketing rooms helping people to bring their products to market. And so I can assist them in building out their product base before we continue on to write their sales page and their email copy and execute on these campaigns, okay? And so this entrepreneur, also a marketing agency, comes to me and she's like, I'm really wanting to do something new and I want to break into technology. I said, that's a great place to be in. I've worked with tech companies. It's a fantastic thing to do. One, from a revenue perspective, and then two, that's where the market is going. And so if you are also finding yourself, whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, a finance professional, a business consultant, or a marketing agency, if you are finding yourself in a place where you are quite frankly exhausted from marketing, and it used to give you joy to create content, but it doesn't anymore. It used to be seamless and easy. It would seem like you would just pop up and do a live and clients would just run to you, or you would just pop up and come up with a blog post and it was so simple. I want you to pause and I want you to hear this. You are doing great. You're fabulous. You are an expert at what you do. That's number one. Number two, this may be the time to get assistance that you have not gotten before and to start thinking outside the box. Actually, this is definitely the time to start thinking out of the box, because the AI revolution is here and there is different competition in the market if you are honest with yourself. There are different things going on in the economy if you are honest with yourself. And so it was never more important than ever before for you to be super specific with the stories you tell. In fact, the reason my clients get such great results is because most of our storytelling is actually case studies. Like, no more origin stories, no more fluffy content, no more, oh, like, here's 20 tips about XYZ and blah, blah, blah. Your writing has to be so precise and so specific about what the outcome your client is going to get that that's the only thing that matters. And the main way to write content like that, email copy, social media copy, just your entire business strategy, is to go through your case studies of your clients, your best clients, some of the clients you've worked with, and maybe it didn't turn out the way that you thought it would, but people need to hear that, because that's what differentiates you from AI and differentiates you from everybody else, your lived and learned experience. Now, you may say, I don't have enough stories like that, or I kind of forgot about that. And you do forget about it, especially if you've been in business 5, 10, 15, 20 years, whatever. I promise you, you have a lot of stories, but you have not taken maybe 6 weeks, 12 weeks to sit down every week, go through these stories. And I'm not just talking about the testimonial part. Talk about what your clients were saying during sales calls. Talk about what your clients were saying before they began working with you, while they started working with you, what that process looked like. You need to become a true writer and a true editor. You need to become a true creative in your business, because that's probably your largest issue right now. Now, it feels like the issue is that the algorithm is messed up, or email marketing doesn't work, or you're just so exhausted you don't have time to figure this out. But the real issue is the lack of writing and creativity. And again, your stories, we're not going over origin stories. That is the thing of the past. That's okay if you're a beginner, but you're 5 years in business at least. And so an origin story is not the story you need to tell. At the 5-year point in business, even if you're 4 years in business, but you have gotten some great results for clients, doesn't matter the industry, you need to be talking about case study stories. What does your day to day look like? And if you need assistance with this, I invite you to join the Copy System 6-week live training. It begins July 16th. I'm going to go live again tomorrow and the next day to break it down further, but this is your intro to it. Check out the link in bio to see it and to come out of this process and this mindset of exhaustion, feeling like you can't do enough, feeling like your business isn't good enough, your expertise is not good enough. I'm here to tell you your expertise is good enough, okay? You have been here online. You have been here in your business. You have been doing the thing. You just need a new way to show up. There are levels in business, just like there are levels in life. I just had a newborn baby almost 6 weeks ago. We have her system down. We have all of her stuff down, like kind of like her night schedule, things of that nature, my husband and I. Okay. And you need the same updated systems in your business. Literally having a newborn and having a successful life with your newborn and not being too exhausted is really dependent on the systems that you build. And your business is the same way. And just like with children, each one of your children is different. There are different seasons in your business. At the 3-year mark, at the 6-year mark, at the 9-year mark, your business is not the same business that it was 3 to 4 years ago. So you do not need to keep reusing and re-rinsing the same marketing. Check out the link in bio. Come back here tomorrow, hit the notification, share this live with who you think needs to hear it. And remember, your expertise is valid. You just need a new way to share it. See you next time.